So you know when it's been a little while since you've made a YouTube video, and it's been like, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm now in the mood to make a YouTube video, and then you set the camera up and then the memory card says that there's a problem with it. That's just what happened.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?
So hello everybody in the YouTube worlds and the internet. It's been a little while since my last video. I think it's been about a month, or that's what YouTube says. It's been about a month. My monitor may switch off, so please ignore it if it does. But it's maybe been 5 or 6 weeks. I don't know if it counts a month and then it just goes 2 months. I do not know, but it's been a month since my last video. I think my last video was me going to Doncaster Retro Fair Market thing. I think that's what it was called. Something like that. And I met quite a lot of people there, and I didn't meet some people there. I think some people were maybe a wee bit peeved, maybe they made the trip and it was like an all-day event sort of thing for them. But with me, I was there maybe an hour, 2 hours in the morning, simply because I was staying down at a friend's house. So I stayed at a friend's house on the Friday night, went to the market on the Saturday morning, and then left, whatever, lunchtime, something like that, then went back to a friend's house, etc. And I got really drunk and hungover and didn't stop drinking till 5 o'clock in the morning, and maybe that's why I'm only now making a video now, because when you get that a little bit older, hangovers seem to stay around forever. I nearly never made the road trip back up. It was only, I think, 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive, because I was struggling so much driving, and the illness and the alcohol and the hangover is what it was. But yeah, I'm not going to mention names, but I did meet a lot of people, some new faces that I hadn't met before, and some familiar old faces as well. And I found out when I was down there that Super Nintendo PAL collecting seems to be the fucking rage at the moment. So I bumped into Daz. I said I wasn't going to name names, I just did. I will not name any more, maybe one more name. I dumped into Daz. Not a nice thought. I bumped into Daz, Cojones Doloros, weird fucking name. You probably explained where that came from at some point. I was like, oh, how you doing? Oh, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, you connecting SNES games now? I can't speak, can I? I was like, yeah. And he says, oh, there's a few of us now. And I was like, what? I was like, I cannot talk. I need to go and find these SNES games, because I know you've probably already picked up the decent ones, or you're about to. Yeah, so that's that. There's a few of us doing it at the moment, so hopefully it's not going to be a case of we're all bidding against each other. But I actually just watched Daz's Cojones Dolores' video last night, I think, where he was complaining, sort of, maybe not complaining, maybe that's harsh, that people weren't uploading much content. My excuse: life, work, children, life. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That's another excuse, I suppose. I work quite hard. Work at work, come home. I can even do work at night sometimes, and at the weekends when I'm supposed to be off, or even though I was on holiday on Friday that's just passed, I was still find myself working from home. It's too easy sometimes. And then when I get a bit of downtime, setting up this doohickey camera, linking it to my phone, microphone, etc. It's just an it's just an excuse. I've been lazy. I'm sorry. But it's some pickups. First of all, I'll start with Doncaster Retro Fair Market pickups. I can't think what it was called. Something like that. And then I'll move on to It's Not a SNES Quest pickups. SNES Infinity Quest. I'll keep looking at the light that's sitting on top of the camera, and it's like one of these 250, 60, 300 LED things. I think I've got it turned up too bright, so if my head's shining at you immensely, I'm sorry, I turned up the brightness too much, but believe me, it's hurting my eyes more than the reflection's hurting your eyes. First item I got, like I say, went down Retro Market, stayed at a friend's house, two brothers, mentioned them in several videos before, Andy and Craig. On the Saturday night we went round to my friend Andy's house. He's got a big projector. We drank way too much alcohol, and we played video games, and we had 4 Atari Lynxes all hooked up together. If I can find a picture, I'll put a picture up. But it was pretty cool. We were playing Warbirds is what we were playing, and also Gauntlet 4-player. First time I've ever played any multiplayer Atari Lynx games, but it was pretty fun, considering we were doing it now rather than however many years ago when it was released. It's mad, but all those years ago playing the Atari Lynx, if somebody says, when you're the age that I am now, will you be playing the Atari Lynx with your friends still? You'd probably say no, it's not going to happen. But we were playing Gauntlet, and one of the brothers, Craig, had, I don't know why I'm telling you the names, it's like, to make the story better. One of the brothers, Craig, had duplicate, and I think I said I was going to buy it off him, something like that, you know, when we get a wee bit drunk. And then I think the next morning we went to the Weatherspoons and bought him breakfast. I think I was probably still drunk. I had 5 hours sleep and nearly 3 times as that. No, quite a lot more hours drinking, I should say. So I bought him breakfast and he gave me a game for the Atari Lynx. I can't remember if I just said what it was, but it is Gauntlet. Can you see that? Probably not, because it doesn't focus for shit, but there we go, we'll do that. Focuses next to my face. Gauntlet for the Atari Lynx. It's a bit different from the normal Gauntlet, but it's Gauntlet, and it was fun with 4 players. One of those games where you play with the Lynxes held up like this, and those 2 brothers who are friends, they've got, I think it's called the McWill mod screen. So instead of having the wonky donkey old Atari Lynx screen, which we must have thought was good back in the day, but nowadays it's rubbish, and I've got a decent Atari Lynx with a decent screen in it. They've got the new modern LCD screens fitted in it, and they're gorgeous. But Gauntlet, so I was glad to have that. I don't know, maybe it cost me £4, £5 off a friend, something like that. Now, I was walking about, obviously collecting SNES, PAL games, walking about the retro fair, I should say. I was picking some up, and they were tatty, and and condition is an absolute bitch. Anybody who's collecting PAL boxed games will know this, unless you're willing to pay an arm and a leg. And I was watching a game before I went down. I thought, no, I'll wait. On eBay, I should say, I was watching it. No, I'll wait to see what's down there, and I didn't see it. And I came back up, and I nearly bought it when I was down there on eBay, but I didn't. I thought, right, I'll do it when I get home. And I got home, and the game was gone. And I did see a copy of it down there, but it was a wee bit bashed up, so not happy. So if you see something, whether it's on eBay or in real life, just pick it up. That's the rule. But I'm talking enough for like the whole month of no videos, aren't I? We're walking around, and with me and one of the brothers, I think maybe both of them have got a 3DO. They had a 3DO back in the day. You can maybe just see mine's there. Can you see it? That's where I first was introduced to the 3DO. Then I had one a little bit later on, and my mate was looking at some of the games on this seller's table and 3DO games. I think he got like an American football game, like an American football game. It was like a tall box thing, and I was like, ooh, and I spied this, and I picked it up, and I saw the price, and I was like, that's actually pretty cheap. And I've never opened it yet, so it may be an empty box for all I know. I don't even know it's got instructions. Does it say it's got instructions on it? No, it doesn't even say. But the seller was Gunstar Hero. I don't know if that's his eBay name, Amazon name, but that's what it said on the label. But I saw this and I picked it up, and I was like, bloody hell, that's cheap. It's got the disc. Has it got the manual? It's got the manual. Excellent. But it's I remember playing this 3DO game back in the day, but it is the Horde, is what it is. Sorry if that's glaring. I've got no idea if it is or if it isn't, I should say. I don't know how to explain it. I remember the FMV cutscenes, and you like prepare your farm, and then the Horde attacks, and you have to defend it, and then you prepare your farm, and then they attack and defend it, making it sound really rubbish. But it's a fun game. I like it. You can see it's fucked. This is what happens, eh? Crikey. That won't work. I can see right through it. This is bad news bears on a Sunday, people. I'm just going to keep the box and bin the disc, basically. Gunstar Hero, if I ever see you again selling stuff at a fair, I'm going to give you a slap. I suppose that's why you should open stuff and check stuff, but yeah, it's basically got, you won't be able to see it, but you can see it on this side, it's like a scratch, but then when you look through it, it goes right, is it? Oh, maybe it will work. You know something? I don't know about that. It's on this side of it. So I can put my fingernail in here, and I can see the light shining through the CD, but it's not on the back side at all. Will that still work? So I can see the scratch here, I can see the light shining through from this side, but I can't feel anything on the CD side, I can only feel it on this side. You know something, I'm going to have to try that after this, Goodbye monitor. I'm gonna have to try that. Is what I'm gonna do once I've done this video. I'll put in the comments if it worked or not. It came in the manual, and it was £15 is why I picked it up. Lesson learned, open stuff, eh? Hello monitor, I just knocked it back on. It was £15. If you look on eBay, they sell for a lot more. I'm like, I want to know if that's going to work now. I'll try it. Oh, I'm going to have to get my CRT TV down. But anyway, that's maybe a wee bit pissed me off. Maybe I can get the disc loose cheap on eBay, worst case scenario. Or if you've got a loose disc of the Horde for the 3DO, let me know. The next game that I bought, you know, I've never not even opened this one yet. I bet you this is like got stones in it or something like that. It's classic Super Nintendo game, boxed. Maybe paid £5 more than what it goes for reasonably, but the condition of it, and it's there and then. And the same seller actually had Shadowrun as well boxed, which I think was £90, which is reasonable to be honest with you. I should have maybe picked it up, but it was in decent condition as well. You know what? I was going to say I'm going to open this. It was in a twatty one. I'll open it. Fucking says, oh, I couldn't do that on the day. Probably because I would be a bit hungover on the Saturday morning as well. But I'm not going to do a retro Dave and show you all the shiny because my camera doesn't focus. But it is in decent condition is what it is. But it's a classic game. It's all straight. Oh, why do people do that? Has that been... Has that... No, it's not. Fuck's sake. Anyway, sorry. Sweary words. It's Starwing. Can you see that without all the shining? Or Star Fox. It's very, very nice condition. A little tiny bit of shelf wear down here. The box is perfectly straight. A little bit maybe shelf wear on the back there as well. But it's sealed at this side. Now this is going on from Dazzy's recent video, I think, as well, or one of the previous ones. The majority of people are right-handed, so you're going to open the box here and open it. Because it's easier than try open a box at this side. It don't work. Like it's got little tabs that keep it. How are you supposed to open? Ugh. It's easier if you open it this side, people. Who nobody's going to really buy Super Nintendo games. But what I'll do, I will. I'm just checking. I will just run a knife down that side and cut it. Is what I will. Ooh, what's in here? Ooh, stuff. So I did ask him to open it when I was there. Should have asked the Horde man to open it. Yeah, I would have seen that disc and went, listen mate, that probably doesn't work, I'll give you a £5. It's got a precautions leaflet. Ah, remember these? Oh, it says like, smells mint, smells new. I remember looking at these back in the day when you got your games. Posters that tell you games: SimCity, Legends of Zelda, Super R-Type, Super Soccer, Super Tennis. And you can hear that noise. It's my dog running about the hall because he's an idiot. That's cool. What else we got? Manual as well. It's like never been read. I miss manuals. It's so long. This is like a porn game video. I'm just going to be sniffing stuff. Look, the controls, and I do miss manuals. And yeah, it's got the cartridge baggie, but for some reason it's got an American dust sleeve. Not going to complain, but it is. It's like you couldn't get a better condition copy. That's what it is. So I'll put that over there. Oops, on top of my possibly fucked the Horde game for the 3DO. I'm gonna have to get my CRT down and plug in this. Arse. So that's everything that I got at the retro fucking fair. Sorry, my brain's gone to shit now. So it has. Actually, let me have a wee look. I missed a game. Hold on, I'm back. Now I've got another 4 boxed games here. I'm just going to open them. I was going to say, can I be bothered? I will, right? Belch. And these were all bought from 8-Bit Andy, a chap on YouTube that I know. All staple titles, all games that I wanted, and I was glad when I saw his for sale thing, and I was like, yeah, I'll have that one. I bought these quite a while ago now, so I did. I've had them for a long time. But I'll tell you what they are first, and then we'll open them, or I'll just tell you what they are and open them. Again, sorry for the glare if it is glaring, but it's F-Zero is the first game, and you know what? This has been opened at the left-hand side as well. Left-handed people buying SNES games or something. F-Zero. And it's in the same protectors. It's a fucking arse pain of a protector to open. It's got like a little flap, like a little cereal box flappy weird thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to put all these back in afterwards as well. Oh. Right, so I've not opened these, so hopefully the game's are in them. Oh, where am I going to put that there? Is it sealed? It is, it's sealed at the right hand side as well. I don't know why, but yeah, happy with this. I say I have had this for a while, I've never opened it. It's probably in the same condition as Starwing, actually. It's straight mint, very nice. Until I'm making a hashy bashy of opening the wrong side. Sorry. Put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there. Precautions leaflet, instructions. Launch game, I think F-Zero is. Bloody hard after the first league or cup. Yeah, it's nice, decent condition. I just thought I'd shake it because some SNES games make a noise, and that does a little bit. It's in decent nick, happy with that. One thing I noticed with SNES games, obviously these little things that maybe held them in, or did they hold them in quite tight, or were they always like rattly? Or is that just because of over the years of getting used and abused? I do not know, but F-Zero, absolute classic game for me. Next game that I got, another racer, another classic game I suppose as well. Mario Kart, or Super Mario Kart. Iconic, started the kart genre, racing genre, malarkey, and it's been opened at the right side for a change. So we have a wee look at this one as well. I'm getting a stack of stuff here, but again, this is in alright condition. It's got a tiny little bit of indentation, null damage there, but that seal at that side, I'll probably just cut that off. It's obviously lifted or been opened to that side, and it's taken away a wee bit of the cardboard away. But like I say, with these SNES games, especially PAL games, they're very hard to get in really good condition unless you're willing to pay silly money, and these weren't silly money, and they're in very good condition, to be fair. But as long as I get them in the condition that I would have had them in if I'd kept them, I'm happy. Look how much easier it is to open when you have it opened at the proper side. Amazing. Take note, not that many people are going to be opening Super Nintendo games for the first time again. So we've got something behind here, precautions leaflet again, and little Club Nintendo doohickey, and the manual. It's nice. I just love manuals. I remember getting games, right? I don't know if I was maybe down the town or whatever, or getting a bus home, but I remember buying a game and I'd literally, or maybe bought it somewhere and then we had to travel to get home, I'd sit and I'd like look at the manual over and over and all the different pictures with the enemies and the power-ups and the controls before I even played the games. And it's the cart as well, and it's a little baggy, it's in decent nick, so it is. Super Mario Kart, so that's another one from Andy, so thank you very much. Now the next game is a game that I saw. I'll open it first, it's what while I'm talking. Oh fuck me, is this one a wee bit different? Oh my god, you Rubik's Cube bastard case. What's this like? Fucking I need Superman here. Oh you bastard cunt. How'd you open this? Oh, one side's a wee bit broken, so that opened fine. I saw this game at the last Doncaster Open, you swine. Don't know why. Last Doncaster fair is what I did, and I think it was 35 quid box. This has been opened at the wrong end as well, and I walked round and then I missed it and I was like, oh, I wanted that, because it was a decent price for the money. But it's a classic game for me, and it is Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and it's in decent nick as well, to be honest with you. I don't think you can be too fussy with PAL Super Nintendo games, to be fair. It's got a tiny little bit of corner edge damage there. It's probably because some FUDs opened it at the wrong side, but overall it's decent condition. Is there like a special way to get into these? Oh, figured it out. Squeeze it and then pop it out. But it's in decent nick. What's in here? What's this? Oh, it's like cheat codes or something. I love it when you get cheat codes. Cart as well. Decent condition. not yellow or anything like that. I have actually, just talking about condition, I have very nearly thought of going like, fuck it when it comes to boxed SNES games. So many games that I'm wanting, but trying to find them in decent condition, or try to find them even boxed, sometimes is an absolute no-go. Do you know what I mean? You have to be patient and stuff, but it's me, I'm not patient. Yeah, the manual's in, it's an alright nick as well actually. I was going to say it's not, but it's because I can hear that bit floating about at the back. What is that? Is that stuck on? Somebody's taped it to the back of the manual. Look, there's a little corner crease there. It doesn't bother me. I'm not anally anal. I'm not anally anal? I don't think I've ever said that in my life. I'm not totally overly anal about the condition. A little corner crease. Do you know what I mean? That'll go back in the box. It's not ripped or anything like that. It's fine. But it's got a little, tiny little bit of tape. What does it say? Is it a secret love note from 8-Bit Andy? It says, you must go all the way through, meet Guinevere, and go back to beginning. Then on any level, break open 5 chests. On 5th chest, we'll give you bracelet. Do not switch off. Do not switch off. Do not switch off after Guinevere, or you'll lose the first run. Hold on. You must go all the way through. It's not going to happen. The game's fucking brick hard. But yeah, another one from 8-Bit Andy, like I said, on my list. Most of the games that I'll be picking up for the SNES are either extremely nostalgic, games that I've played, games that I've owned, or games that I've played at other people's house. That's the same as played. Or some AAA titles that I'm aware of, or played in emulation, or had in the past. Maybe not had as a child, but they're like classic SNES titles, so to speak. And the next game, I remember playing this game. Oh, where did I see it? I think it was Curry's or Comet or somewhere like that. They had a little display thing playing. I saw it running on a Super Nintendo then, and I was like, oh my god, I need one of these machines. And then I somehow ended up at somebody's house, and they had a son, and he went in his bedroom. Story sounded wrong. And he had a Super Nintendo, and he had this game, and we sat and played it, and I was like, whoa, mind blown. So sorry, I was interrupted by my child there, who told me that I need to go pick up my wife, so I'll have to wrap this up. I saw it, what was I even saying? Saw it played at his house, I was amazed, blown away. And this game's been opened at the right side, and I think I'm under the impression it's quite hard to find this version in decent condition without paying silly money. And generally for the 4 games I got from 8-Bit Andy, I can't remember, I've had them months, they weren't silly money, but it is Yellow Box Super Mario World is what it is. And it's got a tiny bit of maybe damage at the corner there, a little bit of shelf wear, but overall I'm happy with the condition on it. Like I said, these do not need to be perfect. The monitor just switched off. They do not need to be perfect for me. It's PAL SNES box games. I think if you try and get perfect games, you're going to be screwed. I know Daz, I don't know how many times I've said that. Tell you what, I'll put a link to Daz's channel down in the comments, in the boxy thing, because I've said it the channel so many times. I know him, he goes to the extreme of ironing his cases and stuff. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, it's in good condition. I'm more than happy with this. And it's a game that blew my mind, and it's probably one of my all-time favourite games ever, as it is, probably with a lot of other people. But as per the other ones, got the precautions leaflet, got one of those poster things again that I opened up at the start, the manual. That's just iconic, classic. I've completed this, and I don't know if I got all the stars. I kind of recollect that I did. I remember seeing this on Games Master and stuff, where the hints, consultation zone, they tell you how to fly under a bit and get a key and stuff like that. But it's like, oh, imagine sitting and reading this as a child. Oh, it's awesome. And the cart as well, yeah, good condition, not yellow or anything like that. Super Mario World, really happy to have that. But like I say, those 4 games I got from 8-Bit Andy were decent price. I think he was just selling off a whole bunch of them, so I needed them all, I wanted them all. I think I bought them quite a few months ago now, but very happy with the condition of them all, I should say. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, have you ever completed it? It's fucking nightmarishly impossibly hard. I've never completed it. Rotationally levels and stuff. But yeah, like I say, I need to cut the video short because my wife needs picked up, and that was my daughter that interrupted, that I probably cut out, telling me that I need to pick her up. But we'll leave it there, guys. That was some chat about Doncaster Retro Fair, a couple of pickups, and some new additions to the Super Nintendo collection as well. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my ever-expanding boxed PAL Super Nintendo collection so far. Be much appreciated. A little bit of interaction is always good. When I decide to make a video, well, it's only been 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that. But as always, guys, from me, I'm laughing because I just tried to say this and I fucked it up. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?